Episode 3, The Astronomer's Warning. Long before the first star vanished, before the archive was reactivated, before anyone believed a pattern existed, one astronomer tried to warn us. No one listened. This is his story. Before the disappearances became headlines, before simulations, predictions, and emergency sessions, the universe still looked ordinary. Stars burned, galaxies rotated, time behaved itself. At least, that's what most observers believed. Dr. Elias Varin was not one of them. Varin worked alone on a deep space observatory at the edge of the Perseid Drift, a region considered too quiet, too empty, too uninteresting for most research teams. He chose it precisely for that reason. Varin believed noise was the enemy of truth. He wasn't famous. He wasn't controversial. He published careful, unremarkable papers on background radiation decay and stellar stability, until his reports began to change. Varin noticed it during a routine observation cycle. A main sequence star, stable, well-documented, unremarkable, except for one thing: its light curve hesitated. Not dimmed, not flared, not pulsed, it hesitated. A fractional delay, measured in microseconds, where the star's emission pattern briefly lost coherence. Most astronomers would have dismissed it as interference. Varin didn't. He isolated the signal, cross-checked the instruments, reran the observation. The hesitation happened again, and again. Then, one night, the star vanished. No supernova, no collapse, no gravitational recoil. Just absence. Varin reported it. The report was archived, unread, unanswered. Most scientists stop after one anomaly. Varin didn't. He began searching old data, decades of sky surveys, background radiation logs, forgotten observation runs. And slowly, quietly, he found more. Stars that had flickered strangely. Stars whose data records ended without explanation. Stars no one remembered losing. Varin began marking them manually. Coordinates, dates, signal behavior. At first, the map looked random. Then he rotated it, scaled it, overlaid it with galactic coordinates. And something emerged, a curve, not perfect, not obvious, but persistent. Varin wrote in his private log, "Randomness does not repeat itself this precisely." Varin noticed something else. Before each disappearance, the space around the star changed, not visually, not gravitationally, but thermally. Background radiation dropped. Not to zero, not yet, just enough. A proto-silence. The earliest form of what the archive would later call silent coordinates. Varin didn't know the term, but he understood the implication. This wasn't aftermath, it was preparation. Something was arriving before the disappearance. And it wasn't violent, it was precise. The archive discovered Varin's final recordings years later, buried in a sealed data vault after his station went dark. The recording begins with static, then his voice, tired, measured, controlled. "If you are hearing this, then the pattern has already been named." He explains his findings calmly, methodically, but then his tone changes. "This is not stellar death, it is selection." He describes the silence. The universe is not emptying, it is being edited. Varin pauses for several seconds. Then, "I believe the pattern is older than us. And it is still active." The recording ends abruptly. No alarm, no distress signal, just silence. When the archive cross-referenced Varin's station coordinates, the result was immediate and chilling. His observatory sat directly inside a silent coordinate, one of the oldest ever detected. Varin hadn't just observed the pattern, he had been living inside it. Which raised a question no one wanted to ask. If stars can vanish, and systems can vanish, what about observers? Varin's warning reframed everything. The vanishings weren't accidents. They weren't disasters. They weren't consequences. They were decisions. The universe wasn't breaking, it was executing a process. One that did not require witnesses, or permission. The archive now understood something fundamental. They were not discovering the pattern. They were catching up to it. Dr. Elias Varin tried to warn us. He wasn't ignored because he was wrong. He was ignored because the truth arrived too early. Thank you for listening. This was episode 3, The Astronomer's Warning.